Welcome everybody back for some more Timberborn Update 6 on the channel. We started off on the brand new cliffside map. I think that's exactly what it's called, I'm not 100% sure, I might be wrong. We've got new platform style natural overhangs, we've got blockages, we've got more natural overhangs, we have natural overhangs over the river up here, where the beaver colony starts. In the last episode, we got slightly set up. We have a little tree farm going on over here. We have a lumber mill going here. And of course, we have a start of a beaver colony. Now, we're going to go ahead and actually expand our beaver colony in today's video by coming over the river, actually unlocking the stairs, putting that in here, and of course actually going ahead and leveling up to the next layer. Now we actually need to unlock planks, platforms, which we haven't quite yet got to unlocking quite yet, but we can go ahead and link this all up, which means the area down here is now nice and green because it's pretty close to the main area. We've got some grilled potatoes on the go as well. Every time it turns to day, there's a guy going in there. We've got, how many planks have we got? None. So let's go ahead and get somebody in here. Might actually just drop down a farmer. Actually, we haven't got many people, have we really? I think now we've got 100 science, we can now pause this. Get somebody in to here. One of the buildings will lack workers for a short while, but that's okay, as we can get some planks to build up these staircases. Go ahead and unlock the single platform. Go ahead and put in a single row just behind these houses like so. Should then allow us to make a path that goes along the front top section of these houses, which will allow the beavers to actually get up there. Now we could probably go ahead and pause the second berry picker as well, which means we shouldn't have that too many beavers lacking jobs. Not too sure where the beavers just gone that I just had. Maybe they're dying of old age. Not too sure. But we got 8 beavers and 1 kid, so hopefully we can go ahead and get some more beavers in the not so distant future. So this lumberjack here does not do anything right now. So we can go ahead and pause that, wait for all the trees to go ahead and grow. That means the beavers can then go ahead and build up the rest of these platforms up here. They unfortunately do need planks and logs, so we will need to go ahead and punch somebody into here, sort of up the priority just a little bit, and go ahead and get them to cut some more of the trees down. I was going to say we don't really necessarily need somebody in the lumber, in the forester, but I think we do just for now. But we can have 3, 6, 9 beavers. We have 9 beavers currently, and then we can go ahead and expand the beaver colony by prioritizing that one particular platform right there, and of course building a house on top like so. I'm pretty sure we can actually make these, if I press F, we can make them like function in the other direction. And then obviously we can rotate and all that fun stuff too. I like that you can now press F and it changes where you want to actually face these, so you can have them so they are facing into one another. I wanted to make sure that this house gets built up first, as we need that for future beavers. So I'm actually going to go ahead and reduce the number in there, and of course actually reduce the beavers in the water pumps, as we are pretty much full on water, which means that we can have another lumberjack going. I believe should be able to do that. Should be 2 lumberjacks in here, meaning that this will get built up quite quickly within this day of Timberborn. Got a couple of logs being stored as well, But there we go. And then we can now have 3, 6, 9, 12. We can now have 12 beavers in the colony. Now I'm actually going to just leave it with building one more house for now. So we will have a total of 15 beavers in the colony. I don't want to go too far, too fast. I also really need to go ahead and build a rather large storage over here for the carrots. I was going to offset it, but what I was trying, I kind of did it in the wrong place. Luckily we haven't started building it yet. So if I put a medium warehouse here, we can still put a path down here, which will then go up here. And I'm not too sure what I want to put up there, but I still want it to be a accessible area in the future if I do indeed decide to actually put something there. And then for in here, we're actually going to go ahead and put carrot storage, as there is quite a lot of carrots in the area. We have a lot of potatoes as well, and I also want to try and route my power up here and into this section over here. We've now got 2 kids and 7 adults, so they have been busy overnight, so that is I was going to say a good thing, which is a good thing, but again, populating too fast in this game is not necessarily a very good thing to do, because the more you populate, the more you got to feed, the more you got to water the beavers. That does not make any sense when you say water beavers, but it kind of makes sense at the same time. So what we're going to go ahead and do next is we're actually going to make them a little bit happier. So we're going to go ahead and add in like shrubbery and all of that stuff as well. I haven't really left a whole lot of room over here for shrubs and all that kind of stuff, but 95% of the beavers will go this way and this way. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and add some decorations in, or I thought there was going to be decorations that were like automatically unlocked, so I might actually have to go ahead and unpause that, drop a beaver down in there and actually put them in here, get them working away on some science while the other beavers are busy beavering away. Now, what are the plans for this? Now, obviously I want to unlock the I was going to say levies, but I've already unlocked levies in theory. So what I will do is I'll actually go ahead and start placing these in. So actually I haven't unlocked the levy yet, so I need 120 science to do the levies, in which case I will then put the levy here and here, and then I'll dam this area here. So we will in theory have an area all the way up to here which is too high with the levy. Now the problem with this is when a bad tide comes, the bad tide will come down this waterfall and off the edge here over the overhang. I didn't even see that there was overhang there. And it will in theory flood this entire area with bad water. Now I really want to go ahead and get some floodgates in for when that happens, and I do not need any of the beavers going into the water. Now I might be safe in terms of this bad water sort of tiling coming on here, like all the cracking of the land, and I might be safe from that because it's too high, but as soon as it comes down here we will not be safe any longer, so I need to go ahead and protect them. But if I then dam it up to have a too high structure in the center, it means that the beavers will then be able to be affected by the bad water. So I might actually do a double floodgate here along here, so we can of course make it so that the water is unable to, well, it just flows straight through. Instead of being too high, it can just still be one high, so it kind of protects the area and from being attacked too much by the bad water. Quickly unpause this one as well. I think they're actually able to go ahead and pump together now. Demolish this one here as we don't need it, and of course plan our next move. So we've got wood sorted, we've got food sorted, so what's the next thing to go ahead and do? Well, we need a little bit of an industrial area. Now I want to put the industrial area on this side of the world, as it's a dead land area where nothing is able to be grown, but I still want to keep this area here. Now we've also got a bunch of these new power shafts and vertical power shafts and all of that stuff, so I want to go ahead and give these a test. Hopefully we do actually have enough science and stuff for this. So I want to go ahead and take it out of there, go ahead and vertically pull it up like so, and then I'm not sure if we can actually take from that quite yet. I need like, there we go. So if I do that, then that will come up like so, and then we can go ahead and pull that power over like so. Now the beavers in this particular world will not be able to, oh, that needs gears. Right. Scrap this idea then. That's not going to work for now. So it's a good idea for the future. So primarily we'll be able to try and get up there and make the industrial area up here, as it's all land that we'll not be able to grow on. But for now, to get that area all set up, we do actually need to go ahead and make some more science and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and wait until we got enough science to go ahead and unlock the gear workshop. And so a little while later, we currently have 69 science and a drought has started. So we have to go ahead and pause the water pumps, just so that the guys are not pumping all the water out of the river, so everything can stay nice and green. We've also got a nice healthy supply of logs coming in to the area, so much so that I think we need to go ahead and potentially even expand the storage for logs. So I'm going to go ahead and put a log storage over here in the dry land area, so it's a little bit closer for the beavers. And of course this area will eventually be turned into a bit of an industrial area, so we will need logs to be a little bit closer. I'm also going to go ahead and extend down to here. A lot of these areas are die in a couple of days, so what I will do is I will go ahead and get myself a set of stairs. I will go and take the path down to those stairs, go ahead and put in another little section here where we can go ahead and put in some berry gatherers, put in 2 like so, and of course we can go ahead and add in another little area, but I think we can go ahead and put in another storage like so. This can be for berries. It's good to have a wide range of different crops and stuff for the beavers to get. We'll put a beaver in here. Obviously he will go and pick berries and eventually put them into here. And then these guys down here will go ahead and pick the berries that unfortunately are dying. But it's okay if they do die. We've got no room for, we've got plenty of room for carrots now. No room for potatoes. I think there is room for potatoes, but go ahead and put another beaver in there actually, as we've now got 10 adult beavers and 3 kids, which takes the total up to 13. We can obviously got enough for 15, so there is still some growing room of 2 beavers, of course. And then we've got beavers down here who are collecting berries. We've got the storage for the berries up here. Obviously as soon as the drought ends in 0.5 days, we can go ahead and see how many berries these guys have actually gone ahead and collected. And then we can start by kind of doing a little bit of this. So I think they've also taken that one off as well. And then the one builder that I have will come down, take out these plants, and then we can get down to, actually I kind of need to take this one and this one as well, as that will be where the lumberjacks will go. There you go. And the drought has now finished, which means we will lose 2 guys to become into the water area, but they'll start pumping away, and hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So let's go ahead and pause one of these guys, and then they can come down here and continue to collect the berries. Obviously, the bad water will start going back upstream, and then the normal water will come down and flush it all nicely. So these berry gatherers can come all the way down to there, but we actually want them to kind of not be around anymore. So we want to go ahead and put in the lumberjack flags and go ahead and mark all of these trees that are down here for cutting. Pretty sure they can reach down there, so that is going to be 2 jobs there. We have gone ahead and taken all the berries from this area as well, so we can go ahead and pause these 2 jobs, which of course leaves 2 jobs available, which means as soon as these are built by this guy, a nice little way of showing it there as it gets productively built over time. These obviously are oaks, so they have 8 logs in them each, so will give us a really nice supply of logs. And of course there is a lot of oaks in this area, including the ones that are down here. And obviously the bad water definitely overflows here and takes away from the good water. But of course we're going to go ahead and build in some overhangs, so this just flows straight off the map. But for now it's going to be treacherous and overhanging our area there. So what is next? Well, we need to start again looking at the potential for expansion. We need to go ahead and remove some stuff as well, because I've been slightly silly and put the path in the complete wrong place, like so, which means that we could not do the gear workshop, which I was actually saving up to do. So we can go ahead and unlock that now, and we can place that in, I was going to say hopefully right there, but I can't because that is that. So they're a little bit offset, which kind of annoys me, to be completely honest with you. We do need 25 planks and we only have 5, so we will need to put somebody in here. It does maximise that job. So that will start producing more planks out of the bunch of wood. Luckily we do have a bunch of wood coming in, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm a little bit worried about the job situation, so I might go ahead and add in a secondary house here. I was going to leave that for later, but I think it's ready for it now. So we go ahead and put another little house in there, which means we now have enough room for 18 beavers. So hopefully they get a little bit busy. We should have plenty of berries, we should have plenty of water. Not too sure why the potatoes, oh I know why the potatoes are not growing. It's because this is paused. So we need somebody in there at all times. So I can actually kind of drop these 2 for now. I might actually go ahead and pause this one up here and then send one of them down there, and pause that one as well, and then that will allow this beaver here to go ahead and cut all these trees down by himself. But it means these ones up here will grow nicely and we can go ahead and get them later. But that means the grills is now back on, which means we're now getting more grilled potatoes. They get stored in this little storage here, and obviously the beavers like that, and it gives them a nice well-being boost. We just got a couple more planks to go in here, so tomorrow, fingers crossed, the beavers go ahead and beaver away to the point where we can get to that standard. Hopefully, anyway. We got some science going on as well. I think I might pause the science momentarily, as I'm not too sure what we need the science for currently. Obviously we need the gears to get the power up here, and I was thinking about turning this into my tapper shack area, but what I have got to remember is these guys also are allowed to use, they have the ability to have the aquatic farmhouse. So which goes on the edge of the water, just here, and we can have Spadadoct and Cattell roots, but we can also, I'm pretty sure this is this colony only. I'm not too sure, but this will plant in the water, and we can go ahead and plant. Or maybe not these guys. These guys have the medicine. Maybe it isn't these guys. These guys can do wheat and cattail. These guys have bread. Yeah, it's the iron teeth that have the other one, which is the mangrove. Mangrove? I think it's mangrove. Which is a sort of food source as well. So go ahead and go our gear workshop and go ahead and put a beaver in there. It will take from here, which is absolutely fine, as we don't really need that much wood currently. In fact, we could probably go ahead and pause one of these guys in here, and then they can go ahead and go in here, which they can start taking this town as well. We want to keep this sort of growing and cutting down and growing and cutting down, so it doesn't so we can sort of keep up with it. We do have plenty of wood though, and we do have plenty of food, so we can have 18 beavers. We've got, what's that, 15 now, so obviously they got to grow up eventually, and I kind of like the idea of keeping this structure down here. Like so, and we now got gears to build this, which means in theory the power can now go up here. So temporarily, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull the path to build these down here. Obviously buildings will go in here, and I wanted to get in the wind turbines. I think these guys need planks and wood, and obviously 120 science, which I don't currently have yet, and they produce 150 power. But yeah, let's go ahead and build another one of those like ramps, so a bit like this and like that. And then I'm pretty sure we can build in. Oh, we need some more science, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow. So I was waiting for logs, and well, the logs shouldn't be too big of a deal. Well, we don't need gears anymore, so probably pause that. Get those done, get these built up, and then now we've got 120 science, we can now go ahead and unlock the windmills. Pretty sure we could probably get in, I was going to say 2, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get 2. Too far away from district but cannot be reached, okay. But it can go there. Nice. So go ahead and connect these up. Go ahead and demolish this one here and make it a freeway. Ooh, they're getting built fast. I do like that they've added that kind of, I like that they've added this like structural kind of thing so you can see it being built. So it's not just built immediately, you can see like a construction process. I do think that's very cool of them to add that. Go ahead and add the freeway in here, which will then obviously go ahead and connect up to everything in the future. Obviously we're leaving this in for both aesthetic, but also through the spirit of realism, as in they are able to go ahead and reach the windmills over here for, well, maintenance purposes and that kind of stuff. Kind of makes sense to be able to do that. Go ahead and high prioritize this one, as they can go ahead and head over there. Unfortunately, we've only got like one guy that can go in there, and not like, unlike the Iron Teeth, they can have like 2 guys. So yeah, but I'll be back when these windmills are built. And a couple of days later, as a drought approaches, the wind turbines are built, producing 107 power each, which means we have a total network out supply of 344 and a demand of just 50, meaning that we can go ahead and drop a worker in here, go ahead and make some gears, as that'd be something that would be useful for the future. We got a bunch of little baby beavers as well. I was going to go ahead and add in some showers as well. We got a drought in just 2.4 days, and we can go ahead and add in the showers. Just need to unlock them for 50 science. This will help with the wet fur trait. We'll just go ahead and whack 2 showers in there. Obviously half them up like so. I know that looks kind of funny, but easy fix like that. Kind of makes it weird that there's like a little bit of space there. It's not particularly usable. Go ahead and unpause this as well. That might actually leave. Yeah, but they're okay actually not to have anybody in them, because we have 200 berries along with a lot of other food as well. But the gear workshop is going, and so is the lumber mill. We'll go ahead and actually add in some more water storage. We'll go ahead and add in 2 normal storage, and again a couple of water storages as well. Make sure these are storing, I was going to say cooked potatoes and gears, and then we can have water, and of course water in here. And then go ahead and get in some shrubs here. And the reason why I'm going to put the shrubs there is because the beavers are going to go and walk past this tile here every single day. In fact, we could probably put a different aesthetic thing in there, like a lantern or something. Something that probably costs less science. Like a hammock. Oh, hammocks are expensive. Scarecrow. Quite a lot of stuff in there. And we got the shrub, which means they are happy. They got wet fur, they got carrots, they got sweet corn, they got potatoes. They haven't got real chestnuts or sprouted or bread or maple pastries or any of that stuff yet. I also want to go ahead and put in a campfire, but I'm going to put the campfire down by the river. Just here, so they can sit by the campfire and also by the river at the same time. Can't put any of these rooftop things anywhere except the roofs of these huts. Now, I'm not too sure how I'm actually going to get up there, as if I go ahead and do this, we can't actually build up above this down here, even with the higher platforms. So you cannot actually get much onto the top here unless we go ahead and do... Well, that's not actually going to work either. Because we'd have to go ahead and do this. So we can go ahead and do that. It does look quite interesting to get up there. And it does allow them to get some more... I think it would get destroyed in the future, to be fair, but for now we can leave it, while being get them a rooftop terrace up there. What else can they have? we go. And obviously we're in the middle of a drought. Let's just pause these as well. So we've got 4 unemployed beavers. Go ahead and put these guys to work collecting wood and berries, making sure that we do not run out of anything. Obviously they're gonna limit access for a little short while. I'm gonna put another beaver in there as well. Make sure we can actually go ahead and I wanted them to build like these first, and not the rooftop terraces first, but that's okay. They have a campfire down here as well. They've now got a well-being score of 10, obviously in the middle of a drought, so the wet fur is not going to be done. I was going to actually I might actually put a shower up here as well, just so during droughts they actually can get their fur wet. That does not sound right, but get their beaver fur wet, like so. Obviously, if the wind isn't blowing and the water's not going, we are not making any planks or gears, but as soon as the wind is going, we are making gears and everything like that, which is why I kept these up here and got them in first of all. Now, we've got scientists going away as well. The next sort of plan of action would probably start by, because we've got food sorted, we've got water sorted, and I think we might need to go ahead and just unlock the medium tank. But I think it'd be good to actually start off a little bit of a science train. Now I wanted to go find some deadish land, but we can go ahead and put a science hut up here, an inventor's hut I should say, and then we can go ahead and put in a couple more up here for the scientist corner of the world. It can be up here. I don't know why, but the drought has now ended as well, so we can go ahead and put some more beavers back into these, which probably means that, oh no, we're still good. We're still good. Anyway guys, I think that's about do it for today's episode. A lot of progress made. We've sort of made our way down to this area as well. Obviously cut some trees down, made some showers, made some campfires, started to construct some platforms to get to the rooftop terraces, built some more showers, and managed the beavers, I'm pretty sure, quite well. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. But I hope you guys are enjoying Update 6 as much as I am. I want to take it a little bit slower than I have done in the past, as I sort of speed through series like this. And of course, always run out of food and water and wood. Luckily, we've got all 3 of those situations solved within the first 2 episodes, so now we can go ahead and sort of expand up and try and get maybe bots, or try and build some mega projects. But I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Timberborn on the channel.